everyone. Today we are going to talk about adding integers. Remember, integers are positive and negative whole numbers, so pretty much dealing with negatives and positives. Alright, so let's start with, oops, skipped a page. There we go. Alright, so we're going to start with the same sign. So if they're both negative, what happens? And there's a few ways to think about this. One way is think about these red and green dots. So think of a negative as in the red, right? If I owe someone $5. So if I have 5 reds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I have 3 more, 1, 2, 3. How many red dots do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I just have -8. So when I have two things that are the same sign and I'm adding, all I do is add the two numbers together and it stays negative. Another way of thinking about it is using the number line. If I'm at -5 on the number line, so I go over to -5, and then I go -3. Now remember, -3 on a number line, a minus is left. Positives are to the right. So I'm going to the -3 left. 1, 2, 3. Where do I end up? I end up at -8. So same sign, all we do is add them together, and our answer is negative. So I'd like you to pause your video and do these 3 problems. Alright, so -1 and 9, we have 1 red negative, and then 9 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many red dots do I now have? 10 of them. So my answer is -10. They're still red, so it's still negative. Now, 6 plus 8. I like to throw that in there because whenever we deal with sign numbers, integers, when I throw a really easy one at you, sometimes you get so bogged up by all your rules that you forget how to do the easy one. So the easy one, what's 6 plus 8? 14. -7 plus -11. Again, they're the same sign, we're just adding them together. -18. Okay? Alright. Now, what if they're opposite signs? Now that's a little harder. So this time, I have -7, so I have 7 reds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I have 3 greens, 3 regular. 1, 2, 3. Now, what do you think happens to a red and a green? They cancel each other out. I owe my dad $1, then I give him $1. I don't owe him anything anymore. So the red and the green cancel each other out, cancel each other out, cancel each other out. What am I left with? I'm left with 4 reds. And remember, red is negative. So we're left with -4. Similarly, I have 9 greens and 2 reds. So we've got 9 greens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 positives, and we have 2 negatives. 1, 2. So each 1 red and 1 green cancel each other out. So if I cancel out this red and this green, and then this red and this green, how many greens do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But they're green, so it's positive. Now what do you notice happened here? 7 and 3, and then our answer was 4. 9 and 2, our answer was 7. All we end up doing is subtracting. All we do is subtract. So if I see -7 and 3, they're opposite signs, I'm just going to subtract them. 7 minus 3 is 4. But then you have to look. Are we going to have negatives left over or positives left over? Well, who has the bigger absolute value? Who's the bigger number? It's not really bigger because it's negative, but who is bigger? 7 is bigger, so my answer is negative. It takes the sign of the larger number. Right? Since 7 is the bigger number, it's negative, my answer is negative. Over here, who's bigger? 7 or 2? 7. 9 or 2, the 9 is the bigger number. So since 9 is positive, my answer is positive. Alright, so I want you to take a minute, pause the video, see if you can figure these out. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is look, are they the same sign or opposite signs? They're opposite signs. One's negative and one's positive. I only see that one negative there. So that means I'm going to subtract. Because I've got pieces that are canceling each other out. So I'm going to just do the bigger one first. So 15 minus 1. 15 minus 1 is 14. Then check. Who's bigger? 15 or 1? 15 is our bigger number, so our answer is positive since 15 is positive. Done. -3 plus 10. Since we have one negative, they're subtracting. 10 minus 3 is 7. Is the answer positive or negative? Well, who's bigger, 3 or 10? 10 is our bigger number. Since 10 is positive, my answer is positive. -12 and 7. Again, I see one negative in the problem, so I'm subtracting. Switch to the loop. 12 minus 7 is 5. Is the answer 5 though, or -5? So who's bigger, 12 or 7? Since 12 is the bigger number and it's negative, my answer is negative. Last one, 13 plus -20. I see one negative in this problem, so I'm subtracting. 20 minus 13 is 7. Is my answer 7 or -7? Who's bigger, 13 or 20? 20 is bigger, so my answer is negative. Alright, so I'm going to sing for you now. If you don't want to sing, you don't have to, but it's a good tune to kind of remember what you're doing. So here's the song. Same sign, add and keep, different sign, subtract. Take the sign of the larger number, then you'll be exact. I know, it's corny, but when you remember songs, you'll remember how to do it. Same sign, add and keep, different sign, subtract. Take the sign of the larger number, then you'll be exact. So the basic idea is, when we have the same sign, we're going to add. When we have different signs, we subtract. Okay? And then whoever's the larger number, the answer is the same sign. Okay? Alright, I think I have one more slide of just like mixed problems. So take a few minutes, pause the video, and try these on your own. So the first question we're going to ask ourselves, are they the same sign or different signs? So for number 12, what are they? They're the same sign, so we're going to add them together. 5 and 22 is 27, and then they keep the sign of the problem. They're both negative, our answer is negative. Next one, are they the same sign or different signs? They're different signs, +4, -17. Opposite signs, we subtract. 17 minus 4 is 13. Now is my answer positive or negative? Well, who's bigger? 17 is bigger, so my answer is negative. -3 and -8. Same sign or different signs? They're the same sign, they're both negative, so we just add them together. Keep the sign the same. Number 15, same sign or different signs? They're different signs. One's a negative, one's a positive, so that tells us to subtract 24 minus 10. What's 24 minus 10? 14. Now is it positive or negative? Who's bigger? 24 is bigger, since it's negative, my answer is negative. -7 plus 30. Different signs, subtract. 30 minus 7 is 23. Now who's bigger? 30 or 7? 30 is the bigger number. Since it's positive, my answer is positive. Last one, 8 plus -6. Again, different signs, subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2. Who's bigger? 8 is our bigger number. Since it's positive, our answer is positive. And we're done. I can't remember if I have another slide. And that is adding sign numbers. Next video, subtracting.